Hey guys, so have you ever noticed that the more you film something, the less excited you get and the shorter your video becomes because you just have exhausted it so much? That's kind of where I am right now. Anyway, let me show you my TBR pile for the month. Unfortunately, it's probably going to look quite similar to last month's because I didn't actually finish all the books that I set aside last month, though I did start all of them. The first one is Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales. I only probably read about 10 tales last month, and I just was not enjoying the characters or the actual overall fairy tale, so I decided to put the book down and wait until this month and then pick it up and give it a try again and just read through them at maybe a slower pace. Maybe I'm just reading too many of them at a time. The other one that I've been reading the last little while is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. I'm currently in part 7 of the story. I'm under the 200-page mark, and let me just state, I know that the crescendo is coming, you guys. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think it's going to break my heart. And I'm being completely honest here. I think whatever's going to take place is going to break my heart. But you never know. I'm really hopeful that I can get this finished before the movie is released in my town this month. So hopefully this is really good because I've been enjoying the writing and just the overall story. So hopefully the ending is a plus for me and not negative. Anyway, a book that I started during this week was actually The Complete Tales of Washington Irving. I got Rip Van Winkle and The Spectre Bridegroom read, but I didn't actually get The Legend of Sleepy Hollow read. That's actually where I currently am right now. I was planning on reading it last night. I was planning on reading it last night, but that didn't end up taking place, so hopefully I can get it read either tonight or tomorrow night. The next one that I'm reading is a collection of short stories yet again, and that is The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I'm currently on the 5 Orange Pips, and if you guys are looking to kind of ease yourself into the whole written Sherlock Holmes, I would recommend The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. First off, they're short stories, so you don't have to commit to an entire novel, even though the Sherlock Holmes novels are not that long. The other reason is the writing, the details, the characters, the titles, the entire layout of the stories are brilliant. And I actually read 2 of the short stories when I was in grade 9 and 10. In grade 9, I read The Beryl Cornet, and in grade 10, I read The Speckled Band, or The Speckled Bracelet. I can't remember the title, but it had speckled in it. Anyway, those are the first 2 that I actually read, and I had to read them out loud when I read them, because that was what was required for that reading material anyway. Back to what I was saying, I was so involved in the story, I was reading it out loud to my mom, because I said, I've never read this before, I'm just going to read it to you. And I got so involved in the story that my dad went and he yelled down the stairs to get my mom's attention, to have her come up. and I literally jumped out of the chair. My school textbook went flying through the air and slammed onto the floor. I'm grabbing my chest because it was an intense moment in the book. And then my dad started calling down the stairs to get my mom's attention. It was a very funny situation. So I would definitely recommend, if you're interested in getting started, start with one of those short stories, or maybe one of the 2 that I mentioned that I read first. The last book that I'm currently reading is Second Chance by James Patterson with Andrew Gross. This is the second book in the Women's Murder Club series, and I have almost 2 years between the first book and this one. The reason why is because the first book literally freaked me out. I was having nightmares after that book, and literally I was really nervous to pick this one up, thinking, oh, I'm going to get freaked out by a crime novel again. But this one isn't as freaky, it's more of a thriller. You don't know what's going on. But I'm not sure how James Patterson is going to end this, but he has a character over here that I'm very suspicious about, and I'm watching very carefully, and I'm not sure if this is the direction he's going to go with the story, Or if he's got you attracted to this character over here, suspecting them, when everything's taking place over on this side. So I'm really at a loss for words, but I'm really enjoying this. So that is what I'm currently reading. If you guys have a funny story from a book that you have read, please share it down below. Have you had a book that you read that you were freaked out about after you finished it, or you had nightmares about after? Or have you just experienced a really good book that literally put you, not in depression, but it really just left you feeling nothing. You were just numb after you finished it, thinking, why would you do this? I know that there was a scene in the Hunger Games trilogy. I'm not saying which book, which character. I'm just saying there was a scene in one of those books, and literally I felt numb when it took place. I was like, are you kidding me? Hello, Shadow. Say hello. So this is Shadow, guys. Look how big she's gotten. There we go. Say bye. Say bye. I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, go and pick up a random book and read. Bye.